Boom, baby, we're live. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're going to talk about the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit with the Ultimate Ladies Man himself,
Hi.
Mr. King Dre. Good morning, bro. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today, bro?
Good, bro. Good. Really excited to see just this course launch for you. Let's just talk about how we became friends and stuff. So just so you guys know, excuse me, last year feels like yesterday. Uh, last year, me and King Dre, we just happened to come into contact with each other. How did
Around this
we?
time, around this
May. It was
time.
May.
No, it was April.
Was it April?
Yeah, because you brought me on your show in April of
Ah,
last year, and I remember I got the bug that day. Like I
all
had
right.
just that my symptoms started. If you watch that, you can see me sniffling and all type of shit. I didn't know then, but that's how I know it was in May. I mean, it was in April.
Mm-hmm,
We
mm-hmm.
kind of started working behind the scenes in May.
Definitely in May because I remember it was in.
Because I remember you invited me on to the dude party, but I was out. I was like really sick, so I didn't make it. And then by the time I healed up and shit like that, it was the beginning of May. Yeah,
It was wild. I think we probably came into contact via Offie Kingdom,
yeah, probably
but
so. Mouth is the glue.
yeah, but after coming in contact with you, like you like re-red pilled me on shit that I thought I had dialed in,
Yeah,
and I had to really take a seat as a student and really, come to the uncomfortable reality that there were some things that I thought I was good at that I really wasn't gonna. And actually, if you guys watching who've been a member of our community and watching a long time, the real reason the whole inner game stuff started was due to my conversations I started with this man right here. And I think a lot of people overlook that stuff in your content that you really talk about a guy looking inside themselves, doing some soul searching, and realizing, like, hey, you know what? Like, problem is probably you guys out there. I
yeah.
mean, like, there's a lot of problem with the women for sure, but the guys are equally in some trouble. But that,
It's
oh,
not popular to say, bro, but I mean, I don't want to take it there, but if we the leaders, if we are nature's leaders, um, then if they fucked up, then that's just a testament to what we have going on. If
yep,
we didn't lay leaders and all of this shit. So,
yep,
I just want guys to, because when you fix yourself, everything pretty much falls into place, bro. Like the game gets easy at that point,
yeah,
you know. This is when people call you, oh, you're cold hearted. You fucking you're cold hearted, you're too stone cold and all of that shit. That's not it. I have my inner shit dialed in, and I stand on that so firmly that I don't care. Nothing else is gonna move me from how I feel on the inside. Nothing. And
right,
so people tended to call you, oh, you're cold hearted, you don't have a heart, and you're not compassionate, and that's not true. But you know,
yeah,
it's the
no,
inner peace, man.
you
And
definitely have a big heart. You're definitely not cold hearted guy.
yeah,
Um, I think on the outside it may look like cold hearted for some people, but really it's just a vicious form of self love, and
right,
not like this delusional modern woman self love, like eat 900 donuts and I'm 400 pounds and I'm still loving myself with Krispy Kreme. None of that nonsense, but really like having a line in the sand that you're just like, okay, this is it. Like I've had enough. Like I'm not gonna tolerate your shitty behavior, lies,
right.
manipulation, what cheating, whatever the case may be with these girls. You just decide you're not going to tolerate it. So yeah, I think what you bring to the table is amazing. And not only
Thank
that, I think I think you really have a good eye at exposing some of like the darker side of female psychology that guys really don't want to look at.
The last live we did. I was going back, I was looking at the comments, and it's shocking to a lot of guys, man. It's a lot of guys don't want to face the reality of,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it is what it is, man. And I've been living that my whole life,
Yeah.
so it's not a thing to where it's like I'm shocked or I have this red pill rage. Just things that people are experiencing now. I have been experiencing this, and guys like me have been experiencing this my whole life. So
Mm,
it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Um, but you can't be delusional. Delusion will keep you from what you want. You know, delusion feels good in the moment, right? It feels good, it's comfortable, but it's not going to get you results, but the
right.
comfort. But it won't get you real tangible results. You have to step outside yourself and realize that the world is not this perfect place that you want it to be.
It's not.
You understand? Women are not these perfect angels that you want them to be. You have to take them off of the pedestal. That's a part of depedestalizing women, is realizing that they're not fucking angels.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They're not.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Disney and Nickelodeon and all of this shit, and your mom or whoever taught you that they special, and they not at all.
No.
None of them. And they human just like you are. So
Yeah.
that's reality, is what I noticed that a lot of guys don't want to face.
Right. But the closer you grasp towards reality, the faster you can have success. And
Yes.
that's what I've been telling people. So you have the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit launching right now. Just
Yes.
explain to the guys exactly what is this Ultimate Ladies Man Summit that you've put together.
This I basically want to transform guys from zero to hero. Um it's centered around dating, relationships, and women, but the ultimate goal is for you to transform yourself into the man that you want to be. Um, I have 3 courses: Attraction 101. This teaches you physical attraction, and it teaches you personality attraction. Actually, I don't just say you need to develop charm. I teach you actionable steps that you can take to develop charm and develop, charisma, and develop confidence and develop your mouthpiece and display intelligence. The things that women find attractive about your character that will override the looks. You understand? Guys think that you have to be born with shit. Nobody's born anything. We were taught these things as children, or unfortunately weren't taught these things as children. You understand what I'm saying? Um, you can develop yourself. So that's Attraction 101. I teach you that. Then I have how to make a woman fall in love and obsess over you. This is how to get a woman's mind. It's basically relationship maintenance over the long term. Holding women in your rotation or maintaining your woman for a long term via capturing her mind and her soul by the way that you behave and implementing strategies and shit like that. I created that course. So those were the first 2 courses I created: Attraction 101 and How to Make a Woman Fall in Love. But all the guys were like, man, you got attraction. Then you got the love course. How do I play the field? I want to play the field. And as I don't want to say an ex fuck boy, because I can get fuck boyish, from here and there. I get in my spurts or whatever. But as a guy who's played this game through and through my whole life, dating the whole nine, um, those guys wanted something, and so I created the Ultimate Ladies Man Dating Guide, which teaches you how to date from the start to the finish, from the cold approach all the way to escalating to sex and everything in between, from texting, building connections, um, which the connections part piece is a huge piece of it, because most decent women, um, whatever you define as decent, are going to require, not even just decent, but most regular women are going to require some form of connection to sleep with her. Um, these these hero tales that you hear on the internet of, you meet a woman at the bar and you just fuck, that's not common. And it's not, it happens from time to time. It's happened to me before in my life. It happens from time to time, but that's not the majority of my bodies. That's not the majority of women I've conquered. I had to build some sort of connection. A connection don't take 5 to 10 dates though. You can build a solid connection with a woman within 30 minutes, but it takes that inner peace. It takes that game. It takes the mouthpiece. It takes making that connection. I teach you how to do that in the Ultimate Ladies Man Dating Guide. So that's 3 courses wrapped into one, which is the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit. And then we also give you the 5 webinars, which I have Thor. I love Thor to death. Um, I have Thor, Sterling Cooper. He's going to be teaching you threesomes, how to have threesomes and shit like that. We got my man Jeffrey Gray. He's a elite level fitness trainer from Barbados, teaching you how to optimize your body and shit like that. Then we have Afi Kingdom. Y'all know Afi Kingdom, master seductionist, one of the best in the game. As far as seduction and shit like that, he's pretty much the only guy with that level of awareness and seduction that I can say that I've seen on this YouTube streets. Outside of me, John is good too. And there's a couple other guys, but Afi is like elite level. Afi is like top notch. But we got him there, and then we also have bi-weekly Zoom meetings, like mastermind meetings, where we meet bi-weekly twice a month to maintenance, going over your text threads, going over, answering your questions, whatever problems you have, learning new things. We do this twice a month for the rest of the year. And also, private access to me in a Telegram chat. So all of this compiled is the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit,
Dang,
which is
that's a lot.
available now up until April 8th.
Right. So you have a limited amount of enrollment period because it's actually going to start. When did the webinar start?
April 11th. So next Monday.
Okay. And what time are they?
9 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. So it's going to be 5 days.
Yes, five
days right in a row. Yeah. I'll just say this, I'm a guy that, I'm 36 now. I've been with literally hundreds of women. And even me, I really thought I had everything dialed in and sorted out to like what I perceived to be a higher degree of understanding. But I've realized that as I get older, there are just always new levels to understanding the game and all that stuff. I've kind of like, I'm pretty much done, I think, with, at least right now, I'm pretty much done with like going out and dating a bunch of chicks again and again and again. I'm more focused on growing my business and growing my reach here. I really have laid that part of me to rest, and I really have a good piece of myself, especially after everything I learned last year. But it took me, man, like 18 years to acquire all this data. And I realized that the fastest way I've learned, like, because I learned like years worth of stuff from you in literally between May and the end of the year. That's like
7 months.
7 months.
Yeah.
I've fundamentally changed as a person, and even so, I still got a lot of work to do. But compared to the average guy, I'm fucking god. Let's be honest.
You've changed a lot. For the better. It was not that there was anything wrong with the old you, but just a lot of evolution. Like,
it's a better version.
Completely like a 100% noticeable from what you were when I first met you until now. Like, way more humble. Still, you boast and talk your shit and Versace wearing motherfucker, but a lot more well-rounded and refined, man.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. And that's just part of who I am. I take pride in my accomplishments.
Yeah.
And I think that moving forward, just the everything I've learned from you was just, literally life-changing. And I think the good thing for you is, like, I don't think you realized how much people needed your help and how actually smart you were, right? And then you didn't realize your value. And then that's why we were able to put together these courses together and work behind the scenes to like really package your knowledge and put it out for the world to get. Because a lot of for you guys that don't know, a lot of the knowledge and stuff Dre had acquired was from, living the street life, doing the stuff that he talks about his channel, shit, meeting dangerous people, dodging the law, doing all these things. Like, you can't go to like the Harvard Street Life course and like class
Yeah,
and be like, hey, can I learn this from you? You
yeah,
know, this is the new evolution of education these days. And these lessons that he has learned, you can't just pick them up and learn from anywhere. If you enjoy my content, and if I mean Dre is a member of the Masculine Empowerment Network as well, if you enjoy that, then this information that you're going to get from him is really, really fine tuned. Because I will say, out of Money Muscles Game Frame, I think you are definitely a game and frame expert, no doubt about it.
yeah,
That
yeah.
that's it. You
Yeah, the
know,
money and the muscles, it helps. The money is the muscles, the debate, but you can have money and muscles to all you want to. If you don't have game, or if you don't have hold your frame, a
yep,
bitch is gonna separate you from that. Period.
yep,
Like there's no, they are designed to separate you from your resources. So if you can't, you're just a guy with muscles and a lot of money. It's goofy,
yep.
and basically a target. So
Big
this
fish.
that's I focus more on that. Yeah, again, your money helps you. Money, and actually, I don't teach this because it'll blur the lines with tricking. I don't teach this stuff publicly as far as like using your money as a tool. I do behind the scenes
Yep.
with guys who are more advanced who understand that. But money is actually a tool that you can use to uh you know enslave them, if if that's the right word. I don't know another
Hmm.
word for it. But
Yeah.
money is a good tool coupled with your game and your frame and shit like that. But it's not the end all be all. Your looks and your money is not the end all be all, and it's not the
No.
most important. It's definitely how you go about things, which is your game, and
Hmm.
how you feel about yourself, and your inner strength, which is your frame.
Right.
Those are the most important things.
Yep.
It's hands down.
Yeah. And I think that, like I said, I think those are just your levels, like of expertise in teaching. I think that's like you're the most qualified. Oh shit, that's the wrong link. My bad, guys. uh, there you go. Click on that link right there. That's links in the chat, and it will also be pinned, and it is also in the description box below. Make sure you use that link right there. But yeah, I think like your level of expertise is definitely, teaching game and then also frame, right? Those are two things you maxed out at. Um, for me, that's where I've gotten the most value from interacting with you.
Mhm.
And it's the total package, guys. Because if you're a man and you're listening to me right now and you don't have a woman in your life, you probably want one. Let's be honest here,
Yeah.
right? You probably want one. I personally think life is better when you have a woman in your life that loves you, that takes care of you, and that wants to be with you and respects you. And she wants to be a complement to your life. She wants to add to your life, and genuinely so. Not faking it, not pretending to like you. And we go over those things in the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit. We teach you how to find a girl who's really into you, right? Not who's fake into you. None of these like midnight goblins that are on the Fresh and Fit show. None of that nonsense, right? But just like we're going to teach you how to find a good woman, and then we're also going to teach you how to become a man, and also how to become a man that has to lead, because that's another thing I think most men today lack, is they lack leadership.
Hmm.
And that's why everything's so fucked up. I
Right.
mean, men have to lead the relationship. There's no doubts about that. Men have to lead the relationship, or it's not going to work.
You know what's funny? You're right. You 100% right. But you mentioned the fresh and fit goblins, right? You
Yep,
know what? You know what's wrong with those women?
a lot.
They lack leadership. The main component is they lack good male leadership.
Yep,
That's basically it.
yep. Oh yeah.
I have a saying that I used to say: behind every hoe is a hoe dude, a hoe ass dude, whether it be her father,
Yep,
um, whether he abandoned her or spoiled her, whether a
yep,
dude, you know, taught her wrong or whatever, or lack thereof. But women need male leadership, and that there's a result of a lack of male leadership in a lot of those women you see on that show.
yep.
But this summit teaches you how to be that leader. Even if you want a chick like that, some guys want women that I classify as in the game. Women like
Ugh.
that are yeah, you got to think everybody's not me and you.
True. It's true.
You understand? Everybody's not me and you. Like everybody,
True.
some people are okay with women like that. And that's one thing I had to learn. That
That is true.
everybody's not gonna see the world the way that I see it or want the things that I want. Um, but I'm saying that to say the stuff that I teach, you can get women like that in line. Now you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You have to be able to distinguish, which I teach you, a woman who's ready to change and ready for leadership and a woman who's just out here being a hoe. I teach you how to do stuff like that, how to
Yeah.
distinguish um, between the two. But my point is, even when you see a women like that on the show, um, a lot of it is um, again, basically just a lack of solid leadership, man.
Yeah.
Solid masculine leadership will fix a lot of the problems that we have in the world, period. You know,
I was out dinner tonight on a date night, and we were talking, and my girl, she said to me that, like, I love having conversations with you because the conversations, they come to a solution. They come to an end point. She's like,
right?
when I chat with my girlfriends, we just fucking
It's
babble along in
endless
circles,
babble. Yeah,
endless circles, just going and going and going, right? You know, she's at the point now where she's starting, because you know how it is. Like when girls date guys like us, they can't stay the same and stay with us at the same time.
right,
They
right,
have to level up,
right,
or they're going to be left behind, because I'm constantly talking about, as a man, endless optimization, right? I'm not the
right.
same. Like, you could watch my channel, watch my channel 3 years ago. I'm not the same. Donovan just did a video of me talking to him in
Saw that the other day.
2018, man.
Saw that the
Yeah.
other day.
I tried to turn it off. I couldn't even watch me.
Yeah, I be thinking about deleting some of my old shit. I was too rough. Like I was extremely rough, man. Like
But it's good.
rough.
It's good
Yeah,
because it's a sign of evolution. If you look at your
right,
old art, if you look at your old work, and you're like, oh, this is disgusting. It's a good thing because it's a sign you're growing up.
right.
And the girls that I have all been with, they've all leveled up, right? And we teach
Yes.
you guys how to do that, because that's the biggest problem is women, dude. I mean, if you had to put on a ratio of men who are leaders versus men who are not leaders, what would you say the ratio is for every one man guy like us? We're leaders
Like
naturally,
1 to
right?
100, bro.
One out of a
Leaders.
hundred.
I'm not talking about have alpha male energy or
No,
the
no, no,
alpha
leaders.
thing. I'm talking like real solid, real alpha males in the world, leaders for real. It's
Yeah,
probably like 1 out of 100.
one out of a
1
hundred,
out of
right? So,
100.
so literally we're 1%.
Yes.
And I can understand why these girls are so, I mean, to go biblical on them, wayward. That's the word to describe the modern woman. They're just fucking wayward. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? They don't know if they're coming or going. They're so lost. And when you are a guy that can lead a woman and you have your shit together, right? They can't go back to dating these weak dudes and be happy. Like if they're forced
Yes.
to do it because you break up with them or whatever, that's fine. But they can't. I mean, what in your opinion, right? Because you're the expert. Do you think they can go back if the girl like leaves a guy like you or I? Can they
They
go?
can because they have to settle, but it's never gonna be happy. I have women in my life that's like, bruh, please come back to me. Not because you have the best dick or it's just like this shit is whack. Like this dude is just like normal. And I got to experience something that wasn't normal now in my life.
Yeah,
And when I say normal, I don't mean like you know, uh flying private jets and shit, but just like normal and basic.
yeah,
Go to work, come home, go to work, come home, go to work, come home. Um, don't know how to lead, don't know how to guide, not headed anywhere, just complacent. That's I would say 99% of men. And that's a thing that you can change. So it's not like there's only one man that's just out of 100 that's just destined for greatness. It's things that you can change.
yeah,
But yeah, I would say 1 out of 100. And um, it's hard for a woman once you taste steak, you don't want to ever go back to ramen noodles, bro. I
yeah, yeah.
can't tell you the last time I ate a thing of ramen noodles. Now, will I eat it if I have to? Of course, bro. I gotta survive.
Yeah.
So a woman will get with a man, and which is what guys, women have the really good ability at settling. Women are good settlers and finding comfort where there should be comfort. Women are very fucking good at that. It's a skill that they have. So a woman will stay with a man for the rest of her life, and settle,
Hmm.
and find comfort in that. There's going to always be that desire for more, that desire to be with the best man. But you know, don't think that because they with you or they settle, or that this is what they want, because they want more. They just, what else you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, if if
Well,
if all you have is ramen noodles, what else are you gonna eat? You got to eat that. You know,
let me ask you this: will you be covering how to determine if they are settling versus they actually want to be with you?
just the thing. I teach you how to make them not settle. It ain't really about you can. I teach you that, but my thing is more so leading them, bro. It's not about, oh, she's ready to settle and she's not ready to settle. She's willing to and she's not. Is she really settling or she's not? That's not the game. The game is
Mm,
to make them be what you want them to be, to lead them. That's the game. You understand?
mm, mm.
Through methods that I teach, you can do this. It's maintenance. It's not autopilot. Once you get to a certain point, it's autopilot. But you have to do things to make them be into you, to make them be about you, to make them get on your. You have to do that, because if you
Mhm.
lead them to their own devices, like you say, they're just gonna run wild. And they don't know if they settling or not.
Mm,
But you have to make them see that this is a come up. We are going to the top. You
yeah.
know, even the ones. I just say, you just have to give them purpose, man. You have to give them purpose in life, and they won't settle. It won't be settling for them. You see, you can't leave it to them to choose if they settling or not. You can find, again, you can distinguish a woman who's with you or who's just settling. You can, but why? Why? It's a good skill to have, but why not learn how to make a woman be about you?
Could you let the guys know now? How do you know? Are there like, is it quick to tell if they're settling or
Yeah, I
not?
can give you. I mean, like one little thing, right? Is my thing is investment. I brought the investment game to just YouTube streets. Guys didn't know about investing and making women invest, because that's a taboo subject,
Hmm.
taking from women.
Hmm.
But a woman is in her truest feminine form when she's giving.
Hmm.
This is why you see even the girls on Fresh and Fit, when they ask them, "Have you ever gave everything to a man, or will you ever date a man who's fucking a bum and don't have nothing?" 100% of those women say, "Fuck no, I'll never do that again." They don't say no ever, "I'll never do it again." It's because they gave to a man and they chased him and he gave them nothing in return. And so to
Hmm.
them, it's like, I ain't never doing that shit again.
Yeah.
So, and that was guys like me from back in the days, from just taking, 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 taking. But women do want a return on the investment. You have to give them that, which is one of the lessons that I learned. But um, investment, bro. Investment is key. And if you can get a woman to invest in you, anything, it's the highest form of creating loyalty. Look at law enforcement, right? Um, the reason why law enforcement is so like back to blue first, it's just like they have this undying loyalty that you can't break. That's because of investment with time. So I teach you various ways to get women invested, from small all the way to big. Um,
Hmm.
Look at firefighters, look at the military. They have to invest, and these are some of the most loyal. You see these guys, these old guys from Vietnam, 90 years old, and they still wear their fucking hats. The hats are crumbled up, the dad hats that has the pins and shit on it. You know
Yep.
why? Because the military makes you invest, and it makes you put things on the line.
Yeah.
And
Yep. So
if you leave these people to their own devices, they're not gonna want to take up for the fucking country. The
yeah.
military, in a slick way, makes you do that.
Yeah.
and they breed you to do that. And that's what I'm saying. The United States or any other military are leaders in that sense. Is where they put you through a ringer, and one of the ways is investment through time and sacrifice and
Mm.
things like that. And this makes you not settle, basically. You see what I'm saying? So
What do you mean
I
by
go into
that?
investment. What you mean?
What do you mean by them investment make them not want to settle? Because I'm like, because this is a fear for a lot of guys out there, right?
Mhm.
That she's already been with Chad or Tyrone,
Shit
and
don't matter, bro. This shit
well,
don't matter.
like the pinnacle, you know what I mean? Like she had her her pinnacle alpha, and a lot of
Shit,
guys are worried, like, am I
that shit don't matter, bro. No,
okay?
she ain't had somebody who can take her whole soul. She hasn't had that.
Hmm.
I mean, if she's been with me or a guy like me, yeah. But if she can't be with me and she can be with you and you can do it, you just as good. So guys, that's the one thing I don't like about this community. They make it so black and white. Oh, she's fucked one alpha and you'll never ever have. That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit.
Mm,
It's a sec having a woman's mind and capturing her mind and getting her invested in on your program and into your standards is more than a fucking sexual experience that she had in college. It weighs way more, bro. Because she
mm,
banged some. She don't even remember that. Guys think women just fucking sit and crave these sexual experiences they had. Women try to get so far away from that shit, they block it out a lot of the times, especially if it was meaningless, despite
mm,
good. See, they may have a guy who embodied everything and the sex was good, but just because you fucking just because you had a good experience don't mean you can't have a better experience. And I'm teaching you to be the better experience, bro. This is information that a lot of men don't have. Why
right.
throw in the towel and say, well, what's the point and put my game down on the bitch if she's been with somebody great before? That don't
Mm,
mean nothing. Like you had one great cup of juice before, you taste something better. You taste something better. Life always get better. You understand what I'm saying? So don't look at it. It bothers me when guys think like that. Like, oh, she had her sexual alpha chat. So what? He can't fuck
mm,
with me.
mhm,
He
mhm.
can't do what I can do. I have a key that she don't have, and that alone will separate me from him.
And we're just taking the mind,
Yeah, to
and that's
various
what
means of ways. I will
and
make her feel feminine, truly. Cause I
right,
make her put into this fucking relationship. I
and
I will make her fucking feel alive like a real fucking woman, which modern women don't feel. So when they get with
right.
guys like me, it's like, oh my God, because I make them feel what they don't feel. Just like how when a bitch is with you and she's submissive and she's cooperative and she's following your lead, it makes you feel strong and masculine. It's intoxicating. It's the same on the other foot. When you can make a woman feel that, the fucking sexual alpha Chad don't mean shit, bro. That
Right.
don't mean shit.
And the whole mind stuff and everything, this is all covered in the
Yeah,
Ultimate
and
Ladies Man Summit.
yeah, of course, bro. Hell yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
And again, one of the components of that is investment, bro. Shout out to Fearless Trader. He joined the last one. He can tell you.
Mhm.
Um, the one of the keys to that is one of the keys to that is investment.
Mhm.
I teach you, I have a module, a 30-minute module just on bet investing alone in different ways and how you can start small. We used to do little shit like this, right? We used to like again, it's not about it's you can have them invest with money, you can have them invest with time, but one of the things that I used to do is make them sacrifice, put their freedom on the line. So, hey, hold my dope. Or, I'm gonna leave my guns at your house and shit. It's like little things like that, and you put them in situations to where they sacrificing something for you, you know. Or if you don't live that life. So I give you an example that you can use, right? Hey, um, come to my house. Just small. Come to my house instead of me coming to you and your house. Of course, you don't say you come to my house instead of your house, but make her come to you and use her fucking gas. You're not saying that, but you gotta think most women are broke and most women are stingy with their money. So if them they filling up their tank and they coming to see you 2-3 times a week. Now, when they get there, it has to be a reason she's coming, which I teach you how to be the guy that they want to be with. You can't just, they're not gonna just invest for nothing. They have to be see some potential
Yeah.
and get something out of that. But just her putting 20 bucks in her tank going to see you, and she only had $150 to her name. That's how much, that's what type, how, so let's say she only have $100 to her name, and she spent 20 bucks, put 20 bucks, 10 bucks in her gas tank, and she stopped and got you toilet tissue because you told her to. That's 20% of her whole net worth spent on just this one fucking day.
Right.
See, they not, people don't see it like that. Women don't
Right.
even see it like this, but this is the thing that you have to utilize and use to your advantage. So if you spent 20% of your whole net worth on one date for a man, that's investing. This is why
Yeah.
guys get so caught up in women, is because they invest so much.
Yeah.
Guys may have
Emotionally.
$1,000 to their name. They go buy an outfit that's 50 bucks. They fucking go get their hair cut. That's another 50 bucks. They clean their car. That's another 20 bucks. Then they spend $200 on a date. That's $200, and all they had was $1,000. 20% of their whole fucking net worth went into one date to appease one bitch. And this is why, God, you get the text message, hey man, she's not texting me back. Hey man, what do I do? They're invested.
Yep.
So what I teach you is to flip the game and you make them invest. But the thing is, women are happy when to invest if they get something back. Women will give you the whole world for an experience, bro.
Yep.
Women will give up their whole life and give you everything to feel and love. That's what they live for. Women
Yeah.
don't live to be career hoes and boss babes. That shit is a survival mechanism, a defense mechanism. They have to survive. But if
Yeah.
you ask Autumn, the reason why Fresh and Fit is so good is because even though they interview women in the game, women who I consider in the game, they telling the bold, honest truth. How
Yeah.
many of you want their man to pay all the bills? 100% of them hoes say,
Yep.
regardless of all that shit they talk. Kevin Samuels, they say the same thing. How many of you want to pay the majority of the bills? An overwhelming majority from all races, all backgrounds, all across the world, fat, young, old, hit the wall, younger than their prime. I don't want to work to pay the significant portion of the bills. 100% of them hoes say that, especially
They
on
all
campus.
they all want to be taken care of. They all want, financially speaking, they all do.
And they will give up everything and give you everything for that, to
Yep.
feel that.
And it's just
So,
about feeling safe at the end of the day.
exactly, bro.
It's just about, they just don't want to feel any trouble about the bills. They don't want to worry about money.
It's stressful.
It is. It is. And it's existentially stressful for them.
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of stuff in the manosphere and kind of our corner, right, that I don't agree with, that you don't agree with as well. Like, I don't agree with the whole epiphany phase. Like, girls become like 26, 28. They're like, oh shit, I'm getting old and I can't get the same quality man that I used to get. I think I side more with your perspective where you said it. Women just kind of realize, like, when they're constantly getting pumped and dumped, pumped and dumped, pumped and dumped, they're kind of like, all right, like, this doesn't feel good. And like,
Listen, I'm getting nothing out of this.
I'm like, I'm losing. There's not, like, for a guy having a bunch of sex, like, guys pumping and dumping is fun. It's filling. It's like, it's good for a while.
It's
You
like
learn.
winning every time. Even still, like, it's not a desire to go and do it dies, but the feeling
Yeah.
don't.
No,
And
no,
we
yeah.
hope to get that feeling from one woman forever, right? But the feeling don't die. Like, the feeling when you win don't go away. It'll always
Mm-mm.
feel good. But yeah, they lose. It's not like, oh, I'm hitting the wall soon, because you can't tell none of these hoes they done hit the wall. You can't tell. You can't pay them to believe that. It's more so, there's nothing in casual sex.
They kind of
There's
lose a
nothing,
little.
huh?
They lose a little bit about a little part of themselves too, every
Yeah,
time, because they take an L, and those L's compound.
it compounds, and it makes you feel horrible about yourself. The
Yeah.
more you take those L's, anybody,
Yeah.
any human being, the more you lose it, it wears on the self-esteem, especially
Yeah.
if you ain't getting no wins.
Yeah. I like how you talk about the red flags of a girl if she has, had a bunch of sexual past, like what you said, one of them was like excessive smoking or drug usage. I've
Yeah,
seen girls that have like been fucked and fucked and
yeah.
fucked, and nobody keeps them, and like, the drinking, the drugs, the
Yeah,
smoking cigarettes, the
tattoo.
tattoos. Yep. We said at the same time, the
Yeah.
tattoos,
I
all
could I
all
could
that
see a
stuff.
whole I could see a whole like by the way I dealt with so many women, man, but not just on a lot of guys who do get women, they deal with them on just a casual sex thing. For me, the game was always more about more than that, and I wanted
Yeah.
to uh I don't want to say exploit, but you know,
Oh
I,
yeah, I
I
say it all
wanted
the
to
time.
I
My
wanted to
empire.
get I had a sinister reason for learning women when I was young. You know what I'm saying? And so I dive way more deep. So I could see these things. Like I could see the way they walk. I could see the way they sit. I could hear it in a woman's tone if she a hoe. I can
Yeah.
hear by the things she say to me if she a hoe or not.
Yeah.
That's how I
uh
know what to go for.
and
Just by the way,
I always say it too, like, my empire was built on the back of whores,
yeah,
because it's like, for me, sex is just the admission to the nightclub. You got to pay for drinks, you got to pay for shots, you got to pay for VIP,
yeah.
and all that is getting your ass to work. I don't care if you
You
have a
know the
pussy.
crazy part about it. I hope I don't get you canceled, but the world was built on the backs of whores. Every empire, Facebook, streaming,
Mhm.
uh
Yep.
Instagram, everything you use now there's some bitch somewhere that was either the motivation or was the help. All of these
Mhm.
guys who have these great empires were built on the backs of whores. I know
Mhm.
that sounds
Yep.
crazy, but
Yep.
I hate the way you make me talk.
No, no, no.
You
I'm
bring
just
out my
saying,
toxic side, bro.
for me, and in my sense is this, right? Like, because for pretty much my whole life, I've always been dating multiple women,
Right,
and I don't date girls that are fucking useless. You know what I
right,
mean? Like, you just bring your pussy to the table. Like, you're just like every other modern slut that
right.
just brings your fucking used up pussy to me. Like,
Hmm.
your pussy is not even, brand new. It's like it has a bunch of miles on it. So what
Right,
makes you special? What makes you different from these other girls? Only thing that does that is you helping me. You know what I mean? And that's
right,
why I didn't stay with girls that were like this, because to be honest with you, the hotter the chick, usually the more useless she is.
right.
And I would stay with chicks that are a little older than me sometimes. Why? Because they fucking gave me money, they gave me servitude, they cleaned my house, they cooked food for me, they took care of my fucking, my apartment, and then my legal shit, like, when I didn't need to do tax shit and all that garbage. Um, that's what I use them for. And in return, it's funny because the more you put them to work, it's like you said, the more they become bonded to you, the more, and the more, what's even crazier, right, is the harder it is for them to let go of you.
Yes,
I
they
I have
invest in, bro.
I've sent chicks. It's not really a prideful point of mine, but I've sent like multiple women to therapy, like
Yeah,
after being broken up with me, like them having to
yeah.
like recuperate, rebuild their lives, and then, like,
It's
taste.
extremely hard for a woman to walk away what she helped build, bro. And this is
Yep.
why guys, a lot of these you see this, even
That
content creators,
hurts me to even admit that.
they don't understand why a woman can just up and walk away from them
Yeah.
after all these years. She can just walk away because what is she walking away from? But it's very hard for a woman to walk away from what she helped build and
Hmm.
invest in, what she's invested in, what she's made sacrifices for. And you, as the man, as the leader, have to make her make these sacrifices, not force her to make them, but show her that these is in the betterment of her. It's for the betterment of her that she makes said sacrifices.
Yeah.
It's what pimps do. Pimps
And then,
convince women that it's better for them in the long run if they get out there and sell their body all day.
yeah. And then the thing is this, right? The girls that don't want to commit, who don't want to help you out, they're going to be poison to your life regardless as a man, no
Mhm.
matter how good the pussy is, how great her tits are, how full her lips is, whatever the case may be. And that's the thing we also teach you guys, are that in the course, is like how to identify women that, instead of adding to your life, because it's only one of two. A woman's either going to add to your life or she's going to take
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
And when she takes away, she's taken away from you. She's taken away from your essence, your energy, your time, your emotional, your emotional willpower. You talked about it the other day on your show. The ceiling. I watched that whole episode.
You did the visible ceiling.
the invisible ceiling, how you date with a girl that's an emotional vampire, that she's so empty inside that she just constantly needs to be validated by you and take and take and take and take away from you. And it's like, it's like Indiana Jones when he touched the wrong cup and the guy like fucking became a skeleton. Like that
Yeah,
literally is what happens to you. She sucks the life out of you. So GS Runner wants to know how much is the course. The course is actually only $697.
yeah.
It's a pretty low price. It's long term. I mean, it's just the value you're gonna get in there. The thing is this, right? This is how you need. Let me just give you guys a perspective from a guy that I'm learning from that has like makes literally hundreds of millions of dollars. He says this, right? Currently, you have a problem in your life, and the problem is you don't understand women. So if you have money in your bank account or you have access to a credit card or whatever the case may be, right? Cryptocurrency profits, you name it, that money sitting there in your bank account is not going to help you fix this problem or get you closer to the direction of fixing this problem. But when you spend money to learn the stuff that you want to learn, that's going to give you more mental peace about your situation, two things happen. A, you get the skill that you want, right? You understand women, you move forward with your life, and you're like, okay, I finally get it. Now I can get a girlfriend. Now I can get a wife. Now I can get whatever fuck you want, right? Dre coaches people with all those things: girlfriend, girlfriends, wife, multiple women, whatever it is, he's got you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, you move forward, okay? Because when you have an unanswered question in life, that delays your progress, and life will not allow you to move forward until you answer that question. It just opens the door for you to get to the next question, which every question you answer helps you evolve, helps you progress, right? I could have been last year, I could be like, fuck King Dre. Who the fuck does he think he is? He wants to teach me some shit. I'm MLD. I'm on rule zero. I'm blah,
Which is
blah,
how
blah,
most
blah.
men, which how most men think.
Right.
Think they know it all.
But I said, well, let's be honest. This guy's pretty fucking smart. And I'm pretty sure he knows some stuff that I don't know. And let's just give it a go. And I did. And what I thought I was going to get was like a 10% boost. And what I really got was like a life changing personality shift, to be honest with you. And so that's why I helped him, because before me, he wasn't doing the course method and all that in the way that it's structured now. Now it is structured in a way that is extremely efficient, extremely effective, and it's only getting
Way
better
more
and better.
value, man. Like I got that from you actually giving the webinars, giving lifetime. Cause you remember I was like, I don't want to show up 2 weeks for a whole year and for what? But I started to realize it's yeah, people want game, but they need maintenance. They want to, you taught me that. I learned that from you. And had
Yeah.
I been on some fuck you gonna teach me, I would have still been doing this, same shit I was doing last year, man.
Yep.
So it's big inspiration for me to, now I know that quality is better than quantity and all of that, but you gave me the boost to almost shame me into, okay, stop bullshitting and invest your money into your product, man. Stop, invest your money into, go get a fucking new camera right now. I know you can
Yeah.
fucking afford it. Go fucking do it right now. That's your assignment. I remember he was like, you need to go buy it today. So I
Yep.
was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just go buy the new iPhone.
Yep.
Right. I'm gonna go buy the new iPhone because I'm a guy. It's like my mind was okay. I don't give a fuck if they don't like the quality. The game is good.
Yep.
Fuck them if they don't like it, right? But how can I think like that when I teach you to be presentable when you go approach a woman? Be presentable when you bring a woman into your life. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to say shame because you made me feel like shit a couple times. Like damn, bro.
I think that's the only way to motivate you sometimes.
It's like damn, but it wasn't in a bad way. It wasn't like, oh fuck this guy. But it was like, damn, he right, bro. Well, he right. I gotta stop tripping. But yeah, man, it was good. Huge value exchange, bro.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, and the thing is, we were able to push the brand forward for him as well. And for you guys at home, that's what I'm trying to tell you is unanswered questions equals delayed progress. And I mean, he's a verified member through the community. I mean, hell, when you first joined the Masculine Empowerment Network, you were just like, God damn, this is fucking great. Like you were watching the
Yeah,
webinars
I
too.
came I was watch every webinar, bro. Like, I still do when I can.
Mm-hmm.
I that first one, I was like, wow, bro, I want to do something like this. It was very
Yeah.
inspiring, bro.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm still
Yeah.
trying to find the energy to do 2 week long ones twice a fucking day. I'm still
Mm-hmm.
trying to find that energy. I will at some point, but even how I'm doing it now and providing that type of value is came directly from you. Like
Yep.
just being in that and seeing that the community you built. It's just like this is why I do this, and this is how you
Yep.
do it. I always wanted to do it, but you just don't know how. It's like,
Yep.
okay, this is how I do this. This is how I build that community. Um, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing in the first place. So
Yep. And the thing that King Dre and I share is that we both emphasize change in you as a man. Like because the PUA stuff is like say these quick lines and you're gonna get some pussy, right? Like I have this kid in my community right now. His name. I'm not gonna say his name, but he came on the Patreon, and he has these big old fucking glasses and this. He has this big head of curly hair, and he looks like Screech. Remember Screech from Saved by the Bell?
yeah, yeah.
He looks like Screech. He's like an Indian Screech. I said, bro, you've been watching all these PUA videos, and you going out like that and talking to girls, and you think this is gonna give you an edge? And I had to give him a harsh wake up call that, like I said earlier on my show, was that if you're not getting the results you want, the problem is you.
Hmm.
You just got to grow up and deal with the fucking reality of life. The problem is you. And the only thing you're going to get is what you continue to get if you continue to be the same person you're going to be. What we do is we emphasize self change as you guys watch the program. We say this is how you do things. This is how you get the results. Because even like there's a there's a handful of people chatting right now in the chat, but there's hundreds of guys. There's 100+ people watching right now.
Oh shit.
There's a lot of people who watch us silently and they suffer silently and they're like, fuck, I want to get some pussy. I want to figure this out. But if you keep on hiding in the shadows, you're going to get treated like a fucking little freak that hangs in the shadows. You have to step into the light and look at who you are and make the change. And that's what Dre is doing with the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit. So enrollment starts today. It
It
ends a
ends
Friday
Friday, midnight. I don't play
midnight.
no games. Eastern time because I'm going to bed. I'm not staying up till 3 a.m. California time like everybody tell me to do. Fuck that. 12 a.m. Eastern time. I'm going to
Hmm.
bed. I go to
Hmm.
bed. I'm old. I go to bed on Friday night, so I don't go out and party no more.
So there you
So yeah,
go. So you get two sets of courses. You get Attraction 101.
three courses.
Oh, three. I'm sorry. So Attraction 101, How to Make a Woman Fall in Love, and
The dating guide, Ultimate Ladies Man dating guide.
Ultimate
The
Ladies Man
summit is
Dating Guide.
Ultimate Ladies Man, but I have a course called Ultimate Ladies Man Dating Guide that teaches
Right.
you the dating game from A to Z. Not all of that fluffy shit and wear hats and all this shit.
Right.
Practical shit that has gotten virgins. Like I had a virgin that came from your community. He was new in your community. He came, he got the shit. He texts me 2 weeks after, 3 a.m. in the morning. Yo, man, I just got laid. You know him too. You know him. You
Okay.
know him. I
That's
don't want
good.
to put his name
Well,
out there.
tell me after. Tell me after. But we'll leave
Asian
him.
kid, man.
Okay. Good stuff.
Asian guy. You know him, but yeah, he's like, man, 2 weeks after he got laid, implemented what I taught him in the dating guide, what he learned and implemented it from the T. Uh, and he getting laid now. It's
That's great.
27-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
Made the decision, okay, let me give this a try. And he implemented, and he's a virgin. He's not a virgin anymore. And he's sorted that part of his life out. Now he can go change the world in a better way. So yeah, man. But
It's
yeah, it's
great.
3 courses.
So it's three courses. How many hours would you say the total material is for all three?
All three, probably about 10 plus hours.
So so
One
10
of them
plus
is,
hours.
yeah, two of them, yeah, about 10 plus hours, maybe 10 hours. And then you get Uh, the webinars from last year too, you get access to those. That's
Mhm.
overall is 100+ hours of material overall.
Okay.
But the courses
So
alone probably about 10 hours.
so you get 3 courses: Attraction 101 to understand attraction, How to Make a Woman Fall in Love to understand when you want to have a relationship, girlfriend, wife, etc., and then the dating game, how to actually implement what you learned in these 2, right? Then you get
It's even
access.
it goes deeper than that. The dating game is a guide to from Tinder to the inbox to texting to what to say, what not to say, how to see if she choosing, how to know when she ready for you to go home and close, what to say, how to set your house up, escalation moves. That's the dating guide. See, I didn't have that at first, but I made a course specifically for that. So
Mm,
it's all 3 different courses, but if you put them together, it's attraction, it's dating, it's long term. This is your life right here, basically. It's figured out for you right here.
mhm.
20+ years is figured out for you in 3 courses, the whole game. So you
Okay.
get those 3.
So part 1 is the courses.
You right.
Part
Part one of
2
the courses.
is the live webinar training starting on Monday,
Yes.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday to Friday.
Monday through Friday. Yes, sir.
And each one of them is about 2 hours minimum, so about 10 hours of live training.
Last thing, you know how those webinars go, especially office. Uh, uh,
Oh
yeah, so
man.
2 hours plus, minimum 2 hours. So
So a total of 10 hours of live webinar training starting Monday next week, ending Friday next week.
yes.
And then
And
part
then you get the bi-weekly Zoom meetings twice a month
that's wild
for the next year.
for the whole
That's a steal in itself. The whole
to the
year
end of the year.
to next year April.
Damn. Oh, for a whole calendar year.
Yes,
Wow. That's really
that's
high value.
alone is worth the price.
Yeah.
Fuck the courses. This is why I'm shooting myself for the price. You already know how I feel about that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you get bi-weekly, which is our next meeting is tomorrow. Um, bi-weekly Zoom meetings, and you get access to me in a private chat, the Telegram chat group. Um, and just a quick how valuable these chat groups are. Had a guy, right? Shout out to my boy Eric. Implementing the shit that he's learning has a woman eating out of his hands. So he comes to the player crossroad. The player crossroad is this: 6 months in, she's been investing, and she figures out you have other women. So now she's uncomfortable. Every man is gonna go through this with every fucking woman. Hey, well, I'm doing all of this, and you're talking to other girls, and I gave up all of my guys, and blah, 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 blah. This is the point where good guys who even have game lose women. This is the point where things start to go downhill. He messaged me in the group, hey man, this is what my girl texts. I don't know what to do. What do I say? I told him exactly what to say. And she's eating out of his fucking hands. Right. She's even to this day, it worked like a charm. And he was like, man, I don't know where I've been if I didn't have this group. If he didn't have this group to rely on for real-time information, because you know me, I'm in all of my groups. I'm active. I answer all my questions and shit. If he didn't have that to rely on, he would have lost a good girl by saying the wrong shit, not knowing how to
Mm-hmm.
respond to dilemmas like that. Because
Mm-hmm.
as even if you're a player, you're gonna have dilemmas, and players have problems too. And this is a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the times most good guys who think they're good with women lose their girls when this situation happens. So I told him real time. So even the access to me in that way is very valuable. It's I'm not even charging enough for just that much access to me to be able
Mm-hmm.
to text me whenever you want,
Right.
So yeah, you get all of that for only $6.97.
Good stuff. The thing is this too, guys. The world is just separating into haves and have-nots,
Yes.
and game is becoming. I mean, it's just becoming viciously important for you to actually know what's going on out there, because these chicks will lie to you, they will trick you, they will deceive you, they will put up a whole show, and we're going to teach you exactly how to see them for who they are, see the truth about them, and realize after you realize who they are, is this woman good enough for me? Is she more of a headache and I should get rid of her and replace her? Because when you become a guy like us, you know, to to get another woman is easy, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. To get another woman to come in your life, and not because money or fame or any of that
Mhm.
bullshit, but because of the man you are, because who you are. You know, these girls will sit around waiting for you even after you break up with them. They might even keep up a fake front, like, "Oh, I'm cool, I'm having a good time, my girlfriend, blah blah blah." But when they lay at home at night, they're staying awake. They're thinking about you. They're looking at your old photos. They're fucking, they're stalking your shit. They're writing about you on their social media, whatever. So we're gonna teach you how to be that guy. So you just basically don't have to worry about women anymore, and you just move
Mhm.
on with your life, because that's what we're teaching you. Because
Yeah.
dude, these bitches get too much fucking men's attention, too much men's attention. That's why they're so insufferable, because they're drowning in men's attention. But their problem is the majority of dudes are simps. So when you become a guy like us, then you win.
And I want to close with this because I know we gonna get out of here, right? You mentioned knowing if a woman is a headache or not, right? Just a second ago. And I want to say this to you, fellas. If you don't have the game, if you don't have the frame, if you don't know this shit, every woman is going to be a headache to you. Unfortunately, that's the way they design. If you don't have it together, every woman you meet is going to be a headache if left to her own devices. So you better learn the game or you're going to suffer
There
or
you
be
go.
alone. Buy a
The
dog, die alone, like Kevin said.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm just playing.
Oh man. So the link is in the description box right there, guys. And you could just click to sign up for the course. This says sign up for the course right there. Um the the enrollment does end Friday at midnight Eastern Standard
Mhm.
Time. King Dre is too powerful in his knowledge to give a fuck about if you sign up or not. So, because the bottom line is this, the guys who sign up, they're going to get results. And guess what? They're just going to tell more people, and more people are going to sign up. We're just at the beginning of him doing his whole course career here. So, he's only going to get bigger and better. And access to him, like, dude, like I said, I'm pretty much done doing consults. Like, I don't know.
I
We'll see.
fucking hate. I hate listen.
It's a
So yeah,
lot.
you better get on it.
It's a
You
lot. It's
better
a
get
lot,
on it
but
right now.
it drains you. It drains you. But yeah, that's it, guys. So thanks so much. We'll be back tomorrow here on this channel. Go check it out. Links in the chat, links in the description box below. I put in the comments as well. Until then, peace out.